First nigga outside before sunrise. Old school ways, but I'm still a young guy. A real trooper, I be grinding on the front line. Hungry for the money, I'ma eat like it's lunchtime. Really out here, nigga, let's go band for band. Made a lot of transactions, I'm talking hand to hand. Based on the statistics, I never had a chance. Still I sketched a blueprint and I'm out the plan. First case crash, took me in for crack rock. 54th and Duwarty, that was the crack block. Stood solid, never folded like a laptop. Trying to get to school, getting banged on at the dad stop. Can you give me a pistol is what I asked Pops. Late nights walking through the ops on Ascot. Really repping for the team like a mascot. Doing stupid shit, I could've really got my ass shot. Second charge that I caught was a gun case. Got bail money, I ain't got a fundraise. Still remember being broke with a fun day. Overgrind cause debts can't go unpaid. So I'm serving like way to serve lunch trade. The two doors a Challenger, not a Mustang. Chop her down like a barber, it was one phase. Cameras everywhere, we gon' flush it if they come raid, nigga.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Young Woo back with another On The Block reaction here on The Block News. Y'all know what to do. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, man. Not later, but right now. Listen, we back with another Respectable Rants video. I fuck with Respectable Rants, you feel me? I nicknamed them Reliable Rants, you feel me? Cause that shit he be popping, you feel me? Be reliable, I mean, shits, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't do nothing unless it's based on research, and he back it up with receipts, paperwork, and all that shit. But listen, man, the title of this video, Ben 10, Hoover affiliate, killed while S-Mac from back on Fig was fighting at the motorcycle club, 2 charged. And you know, I think this was maybe like a year or 2 ago. It was kind of like going viral where they was talking about it on back on Fig. And you know that nigga, what's his name? That nigga T-Rail was laughing like a motherfucker, talking about he don't go to that type of shit. Like, I guess he put in a pop for the hood day, but as far as pulling up, showing up, he on a different path. But Smack be outside, and that nigga was in there chugging or something, you know. But I didn't know that somebody that was affiliated with the gang got killed until now, until I seen the title of this video. So we finna see what he talk about. Finna get this shit going, man. Let's get it.
It'll be a whole politics when they trying to fuck up they scene.
Did Smack get kicked out of the motorcycle club?
I don't think so, man. I heard he got his color snatched though, man.
What's that? How's that work?
That's like a little probation or something.
Really?
Ain't nobody save me when the pressure got real. Had to find it in myself when I ain't know how to feel. Long nights, cold roads, I was chasing something real. Every scar became a lesson, every wound became a shield.
Yo, Bash, you been tripping on them hoes.
Couldn't see the bigger picture, had too much on my mind. Now I'm standing on my purpose, taking back what is mine. Every setback built a man.
Last night, say around 3 or 4 a.m., there was a shooting that just occurred here on 89th. Unknown that there's 2 crime scenes, but the family is here IDing their loved one as they got in the news of a shooting, a tragic shooting. As one person is in critical, the other is dead here at the scene.
In today's video, we're going to be speaking about Ben 10, aka Ben Frankie, who was a Hoover affiliate that lost his life outside of a motorcycle club while Smack from back on Fig was fighting. But let's dive right into it. Now, like we said, Ben 10, aka Ben Frankie, would be a Hoover affiliate, with most of his family members being from Hoover. And even though LAPD has him labeled as an A-Tray Hoover, it's alleged that he never got put on and he didn't bang Hoover. But Ben 10 was also a rapper, and he went by the rap name Ben Frankie. And he was close friends with Young Threat, and you can see him in the background in some of Young Threat's videos. But sadly, on May 20th of 2023, Ben 10 would lose his life at the age of 25 years old. He was killed in a double shooting that critically wounded another person. He was pronounced dead on the scene, but paramedics would rush the other person who was in his 30s to the hospital. And the shooting happened at 4 o'clock in the morning on the 8900 block of Western Avenue.
So, you know, I noticed that Respectable Rants, you know, he's referring to Ben 10 as a Hoover affiliate. But, you know, it was rumored that he never got put on, you know, or even banged Hoover. You know, a lot of us, everybody don't start off as gang members, you know. Everybody choose to jump in the streets or choose to claim the gang when they choose to. You know what I'm saying? So, at some point, you could grow up in this hood and you know, choose a different path. Like, I'm gonna just go to school most of the time. I'm not gonna be in the streets, and then just sometimes, like maybe on the weekend, or maybe with my friends that are gangbanging, you know, I'm gonna come to their music videos. You know, so to the outside, you look like you're a Hoover. To the police, they think you're a Hoover. All they see you with is Hoover. You know what I'm saying? And that put on shit, everybody don't get put on. Everybody ain't gotta get put on. You know, especially when you born and raised over there, it be like a self-choice. Some niggas just want to get put on because they want to feel the full experience of, I got put on the hood. But, you know, if you day one born over there, nigga, your family from over there, everything, nigga, we look at you like from the gang too. Like I said, and the ops definitely gonna look at you like you from the gang. And if they do something to you, they ain't gonna say like, yeah, we got an affiliate. Nah, we got us one. Nigga, you hanging with them, nigga, they your friends, nigga, they gonna feel some type of way when we kill you, nigga. Oh yeah, we got us one, period. Ain't no way around it. But listen, man, we finna get this shit back going. Let's get it.
First, nobody would be arrested for the murder of Ben 10 and the shooting of his friend. But after 1 month of their investigation and interviewing witnesses and reviewing surveillance footage, they would make an arrest on June 22nd of 2023. And they would arrest somebody named Ricky Yarbrough, who was 51 years old at the time of his arrest. And 4 days after his arrest, they would arrest somebody named Johnny Wells on June 26th of 2023. And Johnny Wells was 41 years old when he was arrested. And they would charge him both with 1 count of first-degree murder, 1 count of attempted murder, 1 count of felon in possession of a firearm, and 1 count of assaulting a person with a firearm. They would say that Wells and Yarbrough were both members of 11 Deuce Neighborhood Crip is part of the Rolling Hundreds, but they wouldn't be located in Westmont. They would be located on the east side in Green Meadows. But they would say that on the night of May 20th of 2023, Wells met up with Yarbrough and a few other people at the Defiant Motorcycle Club. And the Defiant Motorcycle Club would be the motorcycle club that Smack's a part of. And as you can see right here, this would be Smack wearing his colors. Both the Hoovers and the neighborhood Crips controlled areas around the Defiant Motorcycle Club. However, motorcycle clubs are not gangs, so they would allow different gangs and rivals to join as long as they left their problems at the door. However, police would pull surveillance video from the Defiant Motorcycle Club, and it would show that on the night of May 20th of 2023, at 1:30 in the morning, Wells and Yarbrough were talking to somebody else on the sidewalk in front of the club. And they would say that Ben 10 and somebody named Turner walked close to the group, but did not interact with any of them. And detectives would say that Ben 10 was a young member from A. Trey Hoover. Detectives said neither Wells nor Yarbrough had any interactions with Ben 10 or Turner at the Defiant Motorcycle Club. But later in the video, they would see that Ben 10 and Turner left Defiant Motorcycle Club together. And the person who was talking to Wells and Yarbrough on the sidewalk in front of the motorcycle club would tell detectives that something happened between Yarbrough and a Hoover member named Hoover T. And she would also tell detectives that you can sense the tension between them both. And Hoover T appeared in the surveillance video.
Okay, so I didn't even know that, you know, because first of all, 89th and Western, that's right there in the A trays, you know, in the 9-0s is right there, like 90th Street and Western, you would start the 9-0s, you know what I'm saying? 89th and Western, you still like in the A trays, but if you ever been over there on like Manchester and Western, 89th and Western, you know, you start feeling like it's a different vibe right here in this part of the A trains. You could tell like it's dangerous right here. That motorcycle club, 89th and Western, it used to be like a little barber shop right there with a little stage and shit in the back. Motherfuckers used to have parties back there. So I've been in that area a few times, but I didn't know that, you know, with this motorcycle club being basically borderline A-Trade, borderline 9-0s, you know, the Hoovers ain't too far. I didn't know that niggas be from opposing gangs and joining the same motorcycle club. Like, I didn't know that. Just like if you never been to the pen or you never been to jail, you wouldn't know that niggas be in jail cooling with they ops, nigga functioning with they ops. It's the same thing, you know. In the motorcycle club, it's not a gang as they say, but it kind of look like a gang because y'all got y'all flags as y'all motorcycle jackets. Y'all got some y'all repping. Y'all motherfuckers be strapped up and shit like that. So, you know, when I first heard it, I'm like, a 41-year-old and a 51-year-old, you niggas killing young niggas. You feel what I'm saying? You niggas still out here, nigga, gang banging like that, nigga. Man, that shit crazy. But take a nigga out the hood. You can take a nigga out the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of him. You feel me? When you bring that gangbanger environment to a setting like this where niggas is still gangsters, niggas still got straps, you know, even with niggas trying to transition, nigga, all it take is one mistake. You know, niggas still got it in them. You know what I'm saying? Niggas still got it on them. Clearly, so if an altercation happen, nigga can, nigga get sent up the road. You know what I'm saying? Just from one little thing that transpired type shit, you know? But listen, we finna get this shit back going. Let's get it.
But detectives were unable to identify him. And detectives would also say that another Hoover gang member known as Smack, who was also at the Defiant Motorcycle Club, spoke with Yarborough and Wells. But later that night, Wells, Yarborough, and the female went to LA Riders, which would be another motorcycle club a few miles away from the Defiant Motorcycle Club. And she would tell detectives that Smack was there as well, and she would see Ben 10 and the other dude named Turner. And she would say that neither Wells nor Yarborough had any interactions with Ben 10 or Turner inside of LA Riders. But after a few hours, and as everybody was leaving, surveillance video would show that Smack was engaged in a shoving match with an unnamed man on the sidewalk in front of LA Riders. And they would say that Wells and Yarborough was watching the fight between Smack and the other person. And they would see on video that Wells looked at Yarborough and shrugged his shoulders. And they would see that shortly after that, Ben 10 and Turner walked in front of Wells, but Wells did not look at them. But for some reason soon after that, around 4:15 in the morning, Wells would shoot at Ben 10 and Turner. Turner ran southbound and Ben 10 ran northbound. And Wells would chase after Ben 10, firing multiple shots at his back. Ben 10 then fell to the ground and Wells would stand over him. Wells would then walk back towards the club, and he would walk past the unidentified man who was holding a gun in each hand. And they would see that Wells looked at the man holding two guns and shrugged his shoulders. And the woman that they drove there with would tell detectives that she drove Wells back to the Defiant Motorcycle Club, where he picked up his car. They would say that Ben 10 was shot multiple times, where he passed away. And they would say his friend Turner sustained a gunshot wound to the chest but survived. The woman that was with Wells and Yarborough the night of the shooting would also tell detectives that the day after the shooting, Wells called her and told her don't say nothing. And she would also say that he told her, I effed up, man, I effed up. She would say,
it's kind of weird because, nigga, it seemed like it was some shenanigans going on, and I guess Wells, he didn't have nothing to do with it. You know, he had seen Ben 10, but they had no interactions at first. Seen him walk right past him, but it was some chaos going on. And he looked at the other dude, they shrugged their shoulders like shit, we might as well get involved too, or shit, this ain't got nothing to do with us, or shit, nigga, this is our opportunity to strike, you know. So the dude Wells, he just basically shot Ben 10 for no reason. Stood over him, walked him down, you know, just based on the fact that Smack was fighting somebody. The nigga Wells had nothing to do with it, nor had he been touched. He just wanted to walk a nigga down for nothing. These niggas that's 41 and 50 years old, they still be wanting to just shoot up shit for no reason. Shoot up clubs and shit. Kill young niggas. You feel me? See a fight and get the busting. Like, if you gonna get involved, nigga, get involved, get bracky, nigga, throw a punch. Nigga, what the fuck you walking a nigga down and standing over him for? Now you feeling regret, like, I fucked up. What you was doing, taking drugs? Kids, stay out the streets, man. Oh, my mama, stay the fuck out the motorcycle clubs, too. I ain't never wanted to join no motorcycle club. I don't know what point in people's lives they be like, you know what? I'm finna stop gangbanging. I'm finna stop being in the streets and I'm gonna join the motorcycle club. Like, I don't really understand it. It just seemed like it just ain't for me, you know what I'm saying? You getting older and you joining a part of some shit with grown motherfuckers that you don't even know. You know, to me, joining a motorcycle club at a grown age, that shit worse than joining the gang as a kid. At least as a kid, you get to grow with motherfuckers and know motherfuckers. Go to the motorcycle club, you gotta pay taxes and shit, and you don't even know these motherfuckers. You just want to be a part of something. But listen, man, we're finna get this shit back going. Let's get it.
That he did not say anything about being concerned for his safety at the time of the shooting. And the next person they spoke to was Yarborough on the day of his arrest. He would tell detectives that he had no involvement in the shooting. And he would tell detectives that Hoover T had him spooked at the Defiant Motorcycle Club because he was being aggressive about a Yankees hat and jacket that he was wearing. Yarborough told detectives that he became fearful and tried to get a gun to protect himself but was unsuccessful. And then after that, he told Wells and the female that he was with that the incident between him and Hoover T was over. And Yarborough would tell detectives that he was not concerned for Wells' safety during the fight in front of LA Riders between Smack and the other person. And he would tell detectives that there was no need for Wells to be that scared. And the next person they tried to interview would be Wells. And when he was arrested, he wouldn't give much of a statement. But a year after sitting in the county jail, they would go to trial in September of 2024, and that's when Wells would make a self-defense claim. Wells would testify on his own behalf, and he would testify that he shot Turner and Brown, who would be Ben 10, because he feared for his life. And he would say that Yarborough was not involved in any way. And Wells said that he carried a gun on the regular for protection, including on the night of the shooting, and that he had been shot in the past and just knows how it is in LA.
So Wells, he get in the interrogation room, get investigated by the police. He's telling everything on Yarborough. You feel me? Yarborough is, he get into that interrogation room and he's telling everything like shit. Like, I fear for my life. I tried to get a gun, but I was unsuccessful. You feel me? But as far as Wells go, he had no reason to be scared because it had nothing to do with him. They was pressing me. They weren't pressing Wells. But Wells, he the one that did it. He got in that interrogation room. He basically, it was a self-defense. Hell yeah, I fear for my life. And basically, he shit, Yarborough had nothing to do with it. That's what happens a lot of times. You could be loyal, you could be solid, you could stick to that G code. You could be like, shit, I ain't telling on my homie, nigga, if I get caught, I'm gonna do this time on my own. The whole time, that nigga in the other interrogation room, nigga throwing everything on you, saying he fearful his life, nigga, you had a gun, they had a gun. He tried to get one, couldn't do it, but you had no reason to fear for your life. You did too much. I told that nigga not to shoot him. Then he gonna fuck around and kill him. Now they got us here in this interrogation room, man. I just wanna go home. Like I said, homies ain't homies, nigga. You find out, niggas don't find out they homies ain't homies till they catch a case with them. They hit that interrogation room with them. Or, nigga, they backdoor you, nigga. That's when it's too late, though. When a nigga already snitching on you and a nigga already backdooring you, about to kill you, that's too long to realize your homie ain't your homie. You want to have discernment before you get into these situations, kid. You don't even want to jump in the streets and have friends like this because there is no honor amongst thieves. There is no honor in the streets. You can't trust these niggas. They not loyal. Homies not homies, my nigga. On my mama, nigga, the nigga acting the toughest, most gangster. Nigga was looking for a gun, but since he didn't get one, he ended up telling, nigga be ready to spill the beans. If it means getting less time in jail or avoiding jail altogether, nigga gonna tell, fool. My mama, nigga gonna justify it in this head why it's a good idea for him to tell, man. I got my moms out here. Can't do that to my mama, man. I'm a mama only child. Nigga, I got kids out here. I can't do that to my kids. Ain't nobody gonna love them like me. You feel me? At the end of the day, this nigga I was slide with, this nigga ain't had no kids. This nigga don't give a fuck about nothing to nobody. So they gonna tell her, you listen, just stay out the streets, my nigga. On my mama, stay out the way. Niggas try to flip and manipulate shit anyway. Like I said, one of them 41, one of them 51. But one of these niggas is telling on the other, and the other nigga gotta take the charge, and he don't know that a nigga telling. Nigga could have been solid, nigga, for 20, 30 years. 20, 30 years, but even when I heard the story, I heard 40, 50, 41, 51, nigga, you want to catch a murderer at 40, 50, you ain't never coming home. But then it make a lot of sense that a time like that would bring out the whole of the nigga, like, shit, nigga, I'm 50 years old. Nigga, I can't go do a license. Nigga, I ain't got too much time to live. Nigga, my back already hurting. Nigga, already facing these health problems. Nigga, I'm not finna go sit in no jail, nigga, for some shit that you did, nigga. Like I said, man, homies ain't homies, and loyalty does not last. Because at any time, nigga sit in that cell like, man, fuck this shit, man. Let me start giving these motherfuckers information on some open cases, you know what I'm saying? But listen, we finna get this shit back going. Let's get it.
He would then say that while they were at the Defiant Motorcycle Club, Yarborough came up to him and told him that he had been talking about gang activities to Hoover T, which would be a violation of club rules. He then said that Smack assured him that everything would be resolved and nobody should be worried. And Wells would say that he did not believe Smack, but remained at the club because everything seemed peaceful. And he would say that while he was at the Defiant Motorcycle Club, he didn't notice or pay attention to Ben 10 or his friend. He would then say that while they were inside of the LA Riders Motorcycle Club later on that night, he did not notice any tension or animosity towards him. And Wells would say that when him and Yarborough arrived there, they briefly talked to Smack and saw other people who had been at Defiant earlier. Wells also testified that he believed the fight between Smack and the other person from Hoover in front of the LA Riders Motorcycle Club happened because Smack was being confrontational with Hoover T earlier. And Wells would say that while he was watching the fight between Smack and the other person from Hoover, Wells saw Ben 10 and his friend walking up the sidewalk. That's when he would hear somebody say, "Knock the S-dome off his head. Go right there. Get that, groove." And the term S-dome would be a reference for a Seattle Mariners hat, which is popular amongst the rolling 60s. But like we said, Wells and Yarborough were both from 11 Deuce neighborhood Crip. Wells would then say that he believed whoever made the S-dome comment was referring to him and that he was in mortal danger. Therefore, he opened fire on Turner and Brown, who would be Ben 10. And he would say when that comment came out of nowhere, he was thinking, what should he do? He would then say that he reacted the way he reacted because he didn't know what was going on. He would explain how he chased and continued to fire at Ben 10 as Ben 10 fled because he believed that if he stopped firing, Ben 10 might have pulled out a gun. He would then say how he did.
So, you feel like some niggas gonna pull out a gun and fire on you even though they're non-threatening to you? You've been seeing them all night, niggas ain't even looked at you. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be that scared, and that's what I'm saying. Like, having a gun isn't always the best idea for anybody, you know, because when situations arise, that's the first thing niggas do is reach for their pistol. Like, nigga, having a strap on you, it make you think that way. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if a problem presents itself, first thing you thinking about is clutching, is squeezing that motherfucker, pulling that motherfucker out. But that ain't always the best decision, because as you see, motherfuckers get so scared they just start, you turn into the aggressor. You act like the victim, but you become the aggressor because you chasing motherfuckers down. You standing all over motherfuckers. Went from having fear and turned to hope with a pistol type shit. You know, so that shit crazy, man. That's one of the reasons why I say stay away from gang events, gang functions, nigga. If it's a motorcycle club, nigga, but everybody in this motorcycle club from a gang, nigga, that's a gang event. I don't give a fuck, nigga. And I try to avoid situations like that. I would advise any young nigga, any grown nigga, anybody, period, just to avoid gang functions, because that shit happen all the time in gang parties where motherfuckers off pills, motherfuckers off lean, motherfuckers off powder, you know what I'm saying? And a situation can happen, you can get into it with motherfuckers. You be having baby mama, baby daddy drama that show up at parties and shit. You know, motherfuckers off drugs. You know, you have shootings, fights, killings. You know, it just ain't the scene that you want to be on. You know, if you want to live a long life, you know, especially if you 40, 50, you shouldn't even be still partying the meat. Like, it's a certain way you party when you get older, you know, but gang environments, different hoods, 40, 50, I don't want to be there. I just don't like the vibe. That ain't my thing, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers wearing gang attire, feeling like when people say gang shit, they referring to them. That's because mentally they still gang banging. You feel me? They haven't fully transitioned in their mind. They just got older, but they haven't grew. You know what I'm saying? But listen, we finna get this shit back going. Let's get it.
Didn't know what was going on, so he just kept shooting until he couldn't shoot no more. He would say that afterwards, when he walked by the unidentified man holding 2 guns, he shrugged his shoulders to indicate "I don't know," and he kept walking to avoid a confrontation. They would then say how Wells had no conflict with Ben 10 and the other victim that was shot, and the S-Dome statement came from behind him where they were standing. And they would say that he did not know who made the statement because he wasn't familiar with anybody's voice that was there. And during the trial, they would show text messages that they pulled from Wells' phone. And one of the messages that was sent from his phone would text somebody else and say, "They just put a green light on me and Bam." And Bam would be the moniker of Yarborough. They then texted Wells back and said, "I was thinking that, but I don't think they are. But okay, be still though, stop moving it around, stay out Bam's car." And they would also find a message from somebody texting Wells saying that boy don't even bang, his family's from Hoover. "He's not though, I actually know him, that's Ben 10. And during the trial, they would play a video that was posted on Instagram from a man named James Nelson. And this video would include images of Wells. And they would see in Wells' phone that a few hours before the shooting, he received text messages and sent text messages. And they would show that Wells received a message that night from somebody sending him the video that was posted to Instagram by James Nelson. And the message would state, "Cuz was on y'all the whole time." And Wells responded, "There's a lot going on with the snoovers and troubles, passing my picture around. They have been plotting on us since they seen us." They was recording and sending pictures around to they homies from Brim. But
like I said, man, some people they get older, but they don't grow. You know, just still dissing your enemies, talking about the troubles, the derogatory terms to the Hoovers. You know, that's why you be acting like that. It wasn't a fear of your life. It's like, cause mentally you ain't got out that mind state of the immature gangbanging shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga can't come around as an adult, as a man, and have a good time. Nigga still thinking about street shit. Oh, I'm from 11 Deuce neighborhood. Oh, they from Hoover. Nigga, y'all part of the same motorcycle club, fool. What the fuck y'all got going on? Everything. And the funny part is, nigga said, because he didn't recognize no voices in there. That's because you niggas be joining these motorcycle clubs. Y'all don't even be knowing nobody there. You niggas just be wanting to be a part of something. Motorcycle club, me joining that'll never happen. I don't know, bro, that'll never happen, me joining a motorcycle club. Man, it just feel weird just looking at it. You motherfuckers, a gang of old motherfuckers, not everybody know each other. Motherfuckers is looking for something to do. As the rest of their time pass, I'm cool. But listen, kids, stay out these gangbanging environments. Stay out the motorcycle clubs. My mama, stay out the gang attire. Nigga, stay out the gang parties. Nigga, like Ben 10, he's a Hoover affiliate. But like I said, he hanging with Smack, he hanging with Hoover niggas. So when smacking them and the Hoover niggas get into it with their ops, who you think he rolling with? He rolling with the Hoovers. He rolling with the Trouble. So what you think the ops gonna do? Look at him like a Hoover or a Trouble. Fuck all that shit y'all talk about. He didn't even gang bang. His family just from the hood. Man, as the ops, they don't give a fuck if he gang banging or not. Oh, his daddy from the hood? Okay, so when we kill that nigga, the daddy gonna be hurt? Okay, his mama from the hood? So when we kill that nigga, his mama gonna be hurt? Oh, his siblings from the hood, when we kill that nigga, they gonna be hurt. Nigga, we gonna put some tears over there, nigga, in the Hoovers, nigga. Alright, nigga, we got us one. That's how niggas think, you feel me? But listen, we finna get this shit back going. Let's get it.
On September 24th of 2024, the jury would convict Johnny Wills of first-degree murder, possession of a firearm by a felon, and assaulting a person with a firearm. And as for the attempted murder, he would have that dismissed. And as for count 1, which would be the first-degree murder, they would give him 25 years to life for the actual crime, plus an additional 25 years to life for another enhancement and second strike. And they would also hit him with another 10 years on top of that for another enhancement. And as for the 1 count of assaulting a person with a semi-automatic firearm, they would give him 3 years for the actual crime, plus an additional 3 years for a second strike, plus an additional 13 years for 2 other enhancements. And as for the felon in possession of a firearm, they would give him 2 years in state prison, but as you can see, he can run that concurrent. So in total, he would be sentenced to 79 years to life in state prison. And as for his co-defendant Yarborough, he took a plea deal on the same day of September 24th of 2024. And he would plead no contest to 1 count of voluntary manslaughter, and he would have every other count dismissed. And on that day of September 24th of 2024, they would give him 2 years of probation. But that right there is going to wrap it up for the story of Ben 10, aka Ben Frankie. And like we said, Ben 10 was not a member of Hoover. He was just loved by his community and embraced by the Hoovers. And may he rest in peace, and I'm sending my condolences. But that right there is going to wrap it up, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in.
But listen, there you have it, man. Ben 10, Hoover affiliate, killed while S-Mac from back on Fig was fighting at the motorcycle club. 2 charged. And, you know, rest in peace to him. You know, like I said, man, when you hanging with these niggas, you hanging with these gang members, these gang bangers, these shooters, these killers, you affiliated, you around them, you chilling with them, man, you could be a victim too. You could be caught up in they shit, you know, because the ops don't view you as no affiliate. All we know is that you was in a video with the Hoovers, you was in the, not Treyway, what's the other nigga name? You know, the other nigga that's in jail for killing, the nigga from Main Street. You know, I can't think of that. Not Young Threat. My mama, Young Threat and YCA 80 bands. Young Threat is in there for killing YCA 80 bands, you know. So, man, free all them niggas, you know. Rest in peace to everybody that lost their life. You know what I'm saying? Innocent to proven guilty is what they say. But listen, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, man. Not later, but right now. My name is Young Woo. This is On The Block News.
I be on the block like when crack first hit. If I'm feeling iffy, then my gag gon' spit. I am not a rapper, I don't cap about shit. Dope boy, state of mind, I'm a trap till I'm rich. I be outside like when crack first hit. If I'm feeling iffy, outside before sunrise. Old school ways, but I'm still a young guy. A real trooper, I be grinding on the front line. Hungry for the money, I'ma eat like it's lunchtime. Really out here, nigga, let's go band for band. Made a lot of transactions, I'm talking hand to hand. Based on the statistics, I never had a chance. Till I sketched a blueprint and I mapped the plan. First case crash, took me in for crack rock. 54th and Duwarty, that was the crack block. Stood solid, never folded like a laptop. Trying to get to school, getting banged on at the dash stop. Can you give me a pistol is what I asked Pops. Late nights walking through the ops on Ascot. Really repping for the team like a mascot. Doing stupid shit, I could've really got my ass shot. Second charge that I caught was a gun case. Got bail money, I ain't got a fundraise. Still remember being broke with a fun day. I overgrind cause debts can't go unpaid. So I'm serving like way to serve lunch trade. The 2 doors a Challenger, not a Mustang. Chop her down like a barber, it was one phase. Cameras everywhere, we gon' flush it if they come raid. Nigga on the block like when crack first hit. If I'm feeling iffy, then my gag gon' spit. I am not a rapper, I don't cap about shit. Dope boy, state of mind, I'm a trap till I'm rich. I be outside like when crack first hit. If I'm feeling iffy, then my gag gon' spit. I am not a rapper, I don't cap about shit. Dope boy, state of mind.